A very good morning, children. Welcome back to the session number 74. And we have finished our chapter number 14, right? So, before going into the chapter number 15, once I want to recall the session, last session, 73, what we have learned in the previous class about the bones, no? Then we have learned is in the textbook, just go through it. The different bones of different body parts combine together to form a single structure called skeleton. So what we have learned about the skeleton. Skeleton is nothing but a framework of all the bones. There are different kinds of joints in our body like ball and socket joint, hinge joint, pivotal joint. What does they do? They help in performing the different activities. Next, bones and muscles help us to perform different movements and activities. So bones and the muscles work together and it help in our movements. Next, muscle works in pair. Already we have studied now. The bone is having both side muscle. One will be in the relaxed position and another will be in the contraction. When another muscle relax, other muscle will get a contract. In this way, they will work in the pairs. Next, tendons join muscles to bones. What does the tendons do? They will join the muscles to the bones. And ligaments joins one bone to the another bone. Next, our backbone works like a spring. Next one, the joint between the upper jaw and the skull is called fixed joint. The upper jaw and the skull, here it is attached and this is called fixed joint. So this is what we have learned in the chapter number 14. And once again go through the chapter, then you should be perfect in the chapter. Now we'll start our new chapter, lesson number 15, light, shadow and images. Light, shadow and images. Let us see. And when I'm reading the lesson, please listen the pronunciation. Okay. One day, Raju started from his home from school late in the evening. Page number 152, chapter number 15. When he started, he was able to see trees, buildings, animals, buses, etc. on the road on the either side of the road. As he kept walking, it started growing dark and soon he was not able to see objects either on the road or on the sides as clearly as earlier. When he reached home, it was already dark. He started doing his homework. Suddenly the power went off. He was not able to see any objects in the room. So, after completing the school in the evening, what does we do when we go to home? We'll observe what is happening around. When you go, you look at the houses, you look at the trees and many things. So, by the time when he reached the home, slowly it became dark and he was not able to see the surroundings properly. At the time of 4, it will be very clear. Then at the time of the 7, it is not clear. So, then after reaching the home, he started doing the homework. Suddenly the power went off and he was not able to see any objects in the rooms. Raju started wondering. That means he was thinking, why am I not able to see the objects clearly when it gets dark? చీకటిగా ఉన్నప్పుడు నేను ఎందుకు వేరే ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ చూడలేకపోతున్నాను? Why am I not able to see objects when power off? When the power has gone, why am I not able to see? When the power is there, he was able to look at the things in his home. When the power off, he is not able to see. How are we able to see the objects in the presence of light? That means he came to an conclusion that because of the light, we are able to see all these objects. Why are we not able to see the objects in the absence of light? If light is not there, we are not able to see. Why? What is the reason? How can we see the objects? Make your room dark by shutting the door and windows. Put on the light. Look at one of the objects in the room. After that, hold a plank or writing pad in front of your face. Is it visible? Is the object visible to you? Why is not visible though there is light? What happens when you hold a plank between the object and you? So here we are having light in this, so we are able to look at the board and me. If I switch off the light, can you look at the board or me? No, it does not happen. Even when there is a light, you take any plank, that means anything like pad or anything. Now we will take a book and now we are able to look at me. If I keep this book in between the camera and me, can you look at the face? No. This object is in between camera and my face. So you are not able to look at my face. Even there is electricity in the room. The object is visible when there is no obstruction between your eyes and the object. Why? Now here my face is an object and you're able to look at my object when there is no obstruction in between the camera and me. Obstruction, that means that is something stopping the vision. So here this is an obstruction. It is obstructing the vision. If we keep obstructions like plank or writing pad, or did not allow something that is coming from the object to reach you. So here from the camera and from the eyes and the camera, something is objecting that is coming from the eyes or from the object. So what is that something coming from an object? When we put on the bulb, light falls on the object, bounces from the object and reaches us. Look at this picture. Now the light rays are falling on me and it is bouncing on the camera. So you are able to look at my face. In the same way, the light rays are falling on the jar and it bounces back. The reflection is falling on the eyes. So these eyes are able to look at object. I think you got it, children. Now your eyes are looking at my face in the phone. Why? Because the light rays are falling on my face and it is bouncing back into the camera. So camera is able to catch the picture. So if light rays will not fall on me, when does not it follow? If something objects. Just see, I am keeping this book on my face. So what happens? The light rays that are falling on my face are not bouncing back onto the camera. The light rays are falling on this book and this is bouncing back onto the camera. That means the reflection of the book is falling on the camera and you are able to look at the book, not my face. So this is the obstruction. I think it is clear for you. We can see an object only when light falls and bounces back to your eyes. And observe the direction of the arrow wheels. See? Suppose this is a light. Okay. So these rays, the light rays will travel in this direction. Like this, in this direction. And it is falling on a jug. The reflection will travel in this direction and fall into our eyes. Look at the arrows. Where does light come from? Which object gives us light? Think and write below. Where does the light come from? From the source of the light, like it may be a bulb or it may be sun. Which object gives us light? Think and write below. Which objects give us light? Bulb will give us light, sun will give us light. A substance which gives light is known as a light source. The substance that is giving us light are known as light source. Sun, a glowing bulb, lighted candle, etc. These are the sources of the light. మనకి ఎక్కడి నుంచి అయితే లైట్ వస్తుందో దాన్ని sources of light అంటాం. Any object which burns or glow acts as a source of light. ఏదైతే burn అవుతుందో glow అవుతుందో it will give us the light and it is called as a source of light. Is moon a source of light? Yes, because at the night time it will give a light. Can you give some more examples of sources of light? Sun, candle, or a torchlight in the mobile or a torchlight. You might have seen your shadow many times. Mana shadow, mana needa man chala saru chusukunnam kada. When did you see it? Is it during the daytime or night time? Both times you can find the shadow. Is it our common experience? It is a common experience that we see shadows in daytime. Are shadows formed at night time? Yes, sometimes. Try to see your shadow in the moonlight on a full moon day. It is possible to get your shadow at night in your house when the electric bulb is on. Night time ఎప్పుడు చూస్తాం మనం షాడో మన ఇంట్లో లైట్ ఆన్ అయినప్పుడు. Is it possible to form shadows when there is no sunlight or bulb or any other light? If light is not there, we cannot see the shadow. What do we need to form a shadow? We need light to get the shadow of many objects. Shadow రావాలి అంటే shadow form అవ్వాలి అంటే first of all we have to have the source of light. Source of light is necessary to form a shadow. So do all the objects form shadow? So activity number 2, in deep we are going to learn about the shadows in this chapter. So this is all for today. And your homework is to write the keywords from page number 152. We have finished only this page, no? From this page, find out the hard words and write one time. You have to find out the hard words. From here to you have to read this full page. What are the hard words you have to underline and write one time neatly and send me. While sending me, please mention your name, class and session. Please read the textbook, children, and learn the hard words. It will help you while writing the question and answers. Thank you, children.